Have you ever sent a message to a woman, watched it sit unread or read with no reply, and felt your mind start to race? Hours stretch into days, and the silence grows louder than any words she could have sent. You might wonder, did I say something wrong? Was I too forward? Is she even interested anymore? That uncertainty can gnaw at you, making you check your phone repeatedly, each glance fueling a mix of hope and frustration. Silence from a woman is not just an absence of sound. It is a message, one that reveals truths about her, about you, and about the dynamic between you. In this exploration, we will unpack what her silence means, drawing from Stoic philosophy, modern psychology, and real-world behavior. We will move beyond cliches like just wait it out to understand the deeper layers and learn how to respond, not react. By the end, you will feel less confused and more in control, ready to see silence not as a void, but as an opportunity. Let us start by challenging a common assumption. Silence does not always mean rejection. When a woman does not reply to your text or call, it is easy to assume she is done with you. But often, her silence is not about you at all. She might be overwhelmed by work, family, or personal struggles. She could be processing her emotions, unsure how to respond, or simply needing space to think. Women, like men, communicate in cycles, not on a strict schedule. Unlike our culture's demand for instant replies, relationships do not always follow that pace, especially early on. A woman might go quiet to avoid seeming too eager, to sort out her feelings, or because life has pulled her attention elsewhere. Assuming her silence is a rejection can lead you to overreact, sending frantic messages that push her further away. Psychology offers insight here. Research by experts like Deborah Tannen shows that men often see communication as a tool to solve problems or exchange information, while women tend to view it as a way to build connection. When a woman goes silent, it might mean she lacks the emotional energy to engage, not that she is uninterested. Men, wired to see a lack of response as failure, often feel anxious when communication stalls. This anxiety can drive actions that harm the connection, over-texting, seeking reassurance, or trying to fix something that is not broken. Before you assume the worst, pause. Her silence might simply mean she is human, navigating her own world. Instead of decoding her, focus on understanding why silence triggers your unease. This shift in perspective can prevent you from acting out of fear and keep you grounded. Now, let us turn to Stoic philosophy, which offers a powerful way to handle this uncertainty. When a woman is silenced leaves you checking your phone or replaying conversations, you are reacting, letting her actions control your emotions. Stoicism, rooted in thinkers like Epictetus, teaches that you cannot control what others do, only how you respond. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In the face of silence, you have a choice. Let anxiety take over or choose calm. This does not mean ignoring your feelings, it means mastering them. Instead of seeing her silence as a problem, view it as a neutral event. You assign it meaning, and that meaning shapes your actions. Rather than thinking, "She is rejecting me," try, "This is a chance to focus on myself." This Stoic approach builds emotional strength, letting you stay steady no matter what she does. Sitting with uncertainty is hard. Most of us are taught to chase answers, to fix things immediately. But Stoicism encourages stillness, not passivity, but presence. When you stop chasing her response, you create space to grow. You might journal your thoughts, not to dwell on her, but to clarify your own mind. You could hit the gym, not to distract yourself, but to channel your energy. By focusing on your own goals, you build a life that does not hinge on her reply. This is not just about feeling better. It is about becoming better. A man who stays centered in silence is not just attractive. He is powerful, rooted in his own worth. Another truth about silence is that it often tests your emotional strength, not in a calculated way, but instinctively. A woman's silence can act as a mirror, showing how you handle uncertainty. When she pulls back, she is not always rejecting you. She might be gauging your confidence. Will you panic, send desperate messages, or lose your cool? Or will you stay calm, showing you are secure in yourself? Evolutionary psychology suggests women seek partners who provide emotional stability, not just physical strength. Silence tests this. If you react with neediness, it signals instability. But if you remain composed, you show you can handle life is unpredictability, which builds trust and attraction. This test is not about manipulation. Women, like men, act on instincts shaped by biology and culture. Silence can be a way to see if you are a man who crumbles under pressure or one who thrives. When you stay steady, you communicate strength without saying a word. You do not need her validation to feel whole, and that self-assurance is magnetic. It tells her you are someone who can stand firm, whether in a relationship or in life. This is not about pretending you do not care. It is about genuinely caring for yourself first, so her silence does not shake your foundation. Here is a hard truth. Chasing her silence almost always backfires. Sending multiple texts, apologizing for nothing, or checking in repeatedly shifts the dynamic. You move from being a man of value to one seeking approval. Psychologically, this triggers something called reactance. When someone feels their freedom is threatened, they pull away. If she is taking space and you keep reaching out, she might feel smothered, not closer. Chasing makes her the one in control, as you wait for her response like a prize. This imbalance weakens attraction, as it suggests you need her to feel okay. Instead, let her have space. Let her wonder about you. This is not about playing games. It is about respecting her pace and your own worth. By stepping back, you show confidence, which draws her in more than any message could. So, what should you do when she goes quiet? Turn inward, not in a passive way, but actively. Instead of obsessing over her last seen status or overanalyzing your words, ask yourself, where have I been neglecting my own life? Silence is a signal to refocus on your goals, your passions, your growth. Pick up a project, learn a skill, or spend time with friends. This is not about ignoring her. It is about living so fully that her silence becomes just a moment, not your world. When you build a life that excites you, a delayed text loses its power. You become a man in motion, not waiting. Women notice this, not because you are trying to impress, but because you are genuinely thriving. Let us say she breaks the silence. Maybe she sends a casual text, like, "Hey, how have you been?" or something vague, acting like the gap never happened. Many men react with either relief or frustration, diving back in too eagerly or lashing out with resentment. But if you have used her silence to grow, you are in a different place. You do not need her message to feel okay. You choose how to respond. This is where your power lies. You are not punishing her for going quiet, nor are you rewarding inconsistency. You are simply maintaining the self-respect you have built. Respond calmly, with boundaries. A simple reply like, "Good to hear from you. I have been busy with some new projects," keeps it light, but shows you have moved forward. It invites her to engage without handing over your emotional state. This approach says you are open but not desperate, interested but not dependent. If her silence was a test, you pass by staying centered. If it was not, you still win by living your life. Either way, you show you are a man who does not need her to feel whole, and that strength is what draws people closer. In closing, a woman's silence is not something to fear, it is a chance to grow. It is not about her holding power over you. It is about you discovering your own. Stoicism teaches us to master our reactions, to find peace in uncertainty. Psychology shows us silence is often not rejection, but a reflection of her own world. By not chasing, you respect her space and your own value. You stop seeking validation and start building a life that validates itself. When you stay steady, you become the kind of man who attracts what is meant for you, not by demanding it, but by being it. So, the next time silence comes, do not spiral. See it as a moment to return to yourself. Keep growing, stay grounded, and let the right connections find you.